Okay, so today we're going on to multiplying rational expressions. And the warm-up that I gave to you, this is all that we are doing, is that we are copying the top, copying the first guy, dot, and flopping around the other guy, right? And then I need you looking for shortcuts. What can cross off? Now, just like we were doing up here, and we were talking about in our homework last night, you have to make sure you factor it first before you start crossing things off. That's the biggest thing you're going to cross today. So 7 goes into 35 how many times? 5. 5, you guys can answer. And then there's no shortcuts that way, so straight across the top is, and on the bottom we have 31. And there's our answer. So the same concepts are going to apply as with just a little bit larger, that's all. And the other thing that I want you to do is if you have a variable on the bottom, you need to tell me what it cannot equal from. So your book will not state that. It has to be on the bottom. It has to be on the bottom. It's always on the bottom. All right, that's a good question. So here's what I want to do. I want to do two things in one. This is a divided by, so I'm going to copy the first, dot, and flop the second. And while I'm doing this, I'm also going to see what I can factor. Can the first fraction factor at all? Yes. Yes, what is it? 5. 5 is a GCF. Okay, so I'm going to write 5, then it said x minus 2, all over 12. Do I cross off the 2 and the 12? No. No, because he's inside a quantity and outside. They can't play together. All right, dot. I'm going to flop around 8. I'm going to factor out 4x minus 8. Yes. Yes? Mm-hmm. What can I do? 4 x minus 2. All right, so now I need to look for shortcuts. What are things that you notice will cross off? The x minus 2 is gone. Boom. What else? Talk to me about numbers. Numbers. 8 and 12. Divide by 2. Okay, so I have 4, and I have 6 now. Okay, divide by 2 again. 2 and 3. What else? The 2 and the 4. 2 goes into the 4. So what I'm seeing here in the top, all I have left is a 5. And all I have left in the bottom is a 3 and a 2. So 5 over 3 times 2. 6. So here's our answer. Now I did have, when I flipped it over, I did get an x in the bottom. What can x not equal? 2. And that's it. And you really need to make sure you're factoring and looking for anything that can't solve properly. Okay, number 2. I put this one on here because I'm actually going to recommend that you do something a little bit different. Whenever you see a square, instead of writing it like this, I am going to suggest that you actually write it out twice, so that you can see you physically have 2 quantities. So that way, if you cross one of them off, you will be able to see that you have another one. We're not solving, we're simplifying. No, I would not. I want to keep everything factored, so I can cross them off. All right. So again, we're going to copy the top. Dot. And we're going to flop around the next guy. Now, what can we do to the next guy? 2 things. Let's talk about the numerator first. What can we do in the numerator? X squared minus 4. X squared minus 1 squared. 2 squared. These are going to be 7 squared. 1. X plus 2 and x minus 6. How about that denominator right there? 2x minus 4. Alright, now we have everything that we need before we go across the top. What are things that cancel? Okay. Now, do you want to take this x minus 2 at the bottom or over here? Left or right? Right? Okay. Doesn't matter as long as you only do one of them. x plus 2. I'm going to do this one with only one of them up here. And what I left. So I have x plus 2 and I have x minus 2. Are those off? No, right, so I have a 2 right here. So let me just rewrite that. I have 2 times x plus 2 all over x minus 2. And not thirds, I distributed it back through. So I'm good with this answer. And then now I just need to state, from the beginning I had x minus 2 in the denominator, so it's not equal. 2. And then when I flip it over, I have an x plus 2 down here in the denominator. So it's not equal. I'll do the negative 2. Perfect. You can distribute it to the 2 x plus 4 if you want. I just put it, I like to put the numbers down. Kind of like how I always like to write your coefficients, as opposed to like the help me to read it out. So that's why I put that down. Did I answer the question? Well, like if you can run on the boxes with x plus 2, and then you have the 2 of, not living beings. Okay. I think you can run them in the why can't I talk about this 2 with that 2? What is the usual capacity? Okay, that could be 1 and 2. So that's not all of it. Yeah, we've got a huge moving segment. So this guy is a quantity. Yeah. So we'll have to do the quantity. He's a person. Right. Now, if he has 2 over 2x plus 4 like this, do you see how all of them have 2? Yeah. Now I can take away 2. Oh. Okay. But not all of them. See, that's just 2. I can't do it. So when you just put them to, something like that, and have like the top. Okay. So anytime you see denominator add to the other side, let's keep going on. Number 3. This is a straight multiplication. Do I need to copy that plot? No. Okay. So take a look at the first fraction. Lots of factors in front of us. Let's look at the numerator. What can we do? 5. What's that? What do you think? You got a 5 in GCF, right? So 5 times x minus 4. And the bottom, what do they share? This is the we both have x's. Alright, x is 3x plus 1. Very good. Numerator. 3 terms. Is there a GCF? No. What's squaring the funds? No. The regular old factory. Okay. 3 factors of 3x squared. 3x is 1. 3 factors of 4. 1 and 4. 2 and 2. What's our goal to get close? 13. Okay, which of those is closest to the 13? Ah. Let's say this. Oh. Alright. You said 3 times 4. Alright, you said 3x and 4. Alright, what else goes? X and 1, okay. Plus 1? Awesome. On the bottom, x squared minus what squared? 4 squared. So x squared minus 4 squared. These are first. All right. Something to cross off right here. X minus 4, x minus 4. Boom. Enough. Boom, boom. Enough. Boom, boom. Anything else? All I have left is 5 and an x. There's 5 over x. There's lots of things in the denominator. So you go through them all. How about x hanging out by himself? What's the not equal? 0. Thank you. All right. How about this guy? 3x plus 1. Subtract over the 1. Divide by. What's the answer? 1/3. How about the conjugates? -4 and +4? Positive, -4. Same thing. Good job. Okay, I think we have one more. All right? Yeah. I think we're starting to get the idea. Thing is really true. So, here we go with number 3. Is this one going to be a copycat block? Yes. One. Have to divide. Okay. So let's start with the first question. 8n squared minus 18. So top your list. Top your order. Yeah. I'm going to do it right here. See why it's 2. Leaving inside 4n squared minus 9. 4n squared minus 9. 4n squared conjugates. Or this first, it's 1 squared. 2n plus 9. 3. 2. That's 2n plus 3. 2n minus denominator. This is really hard. So, these are GCF. 3 terms. These are 50 squared plus 2. So, in one regular old factor, it's back to 2 squared. 3 factors of 3. And we know n one has to, are they both going to be positive or both going to be negative? Negative. Do we want to negatify that which is closest? 3 and 2. We take 2 and 2 to the negative. That's a negative 6. I will get to negative 6. However, this will give us a negative 1 here. And so that will make it negative 7. We don't want a negative 7. So that's good guess, but I don't think it'll work. I'm not going to say because minus 2, minus 6. That will work this one. Alright. 2n. See, this is why that one was tricky. Because I did that. So 2n times the negative 1. And that leaves minus 3 to 3. Okay, the right hand side, we're going to copy dot and swap. So let's do the denominator first. I always love these ones. Have you guys caught on if there's an 8 at the end and then there's 1 up? So you're probably going to be using 1 and 8. So you caught that one, or it's 1 up or 1 down. So maybe check that out so you see it. You see an 8 or whatever it is. You put 1 up, 1 down. Then it's probably going to be using 1 of these. Now it's going to be using positive 1, positive 8, negative, negative, and minus 1, and minus 8. numerator. 3 times 10. No GCF. No squares and buns. Regular old factoring. Be careful on this one too. Factoring of 6n squared. Okay. Factoring. What would be supposed to set? What would this be? 3 goes to the 3 make 9. 2 and 1. Chop that out. So we have 3n, so it must be x to 3. So make 9. Then we're going to subtract away the 2n. Now it's all completely tracked to that nice big quantity. Now we can start crossing this off. Do I have a question? Okay. What else? And minus 1. What else? Oh, out. You have minus 3. So what's going to be okay? Okay. What's left over? I have a 2. I have an n minus 8. Feel free to distribute that to if you want. And a 3n minus 1. And then, lots of things that n cannot equal. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with this first fraction. So here's the 2n minus 3. Add over 3, divide by 3 n minus 1. And now, at some point both of these are flipped. So we've got to do both sides of these. So you see I'm looking at this numerator, which is originally the denominator. So we have to worry about that as well. So n minus 1, we already did that. N minus 8. 3n minus 1, add over 1, divide by 3. Then this one was just the opposite of the first guy. Positive, negative. Awesome. So what's the name of the game? One of the things we talked about today. Making sure that we are going to be factoring and factoring before we start crossing off the road. That's the first thing. The second thing we talked about was on number 2. So if it's a square, we're going to write it out twice. If it's a cube, you're going to write it out 366 what crosses off. And make sure you see the instructions. There's both the non asset of the